Good evening, and welcome to my briefing on the Veterans Benefits Administration. My name is Timothy Brock. I am a student in the Master of Public Affairs Administration, course number 500, with Dr. Seaman as my instructor. The Department of Veterans Affairs mission is to care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and orphan by Abraham Lincoln in 1865. My introduction today will cover the following topics or policies. But first, let me state that the research seeks to investigate the causes of these mentioned problems, which render the said organization unprotected from the consequence of unsuccessful implementation of organizational policies and ineffective in executing plans for change. The purpose of the proposal is to discuss three policy areas of public administration that the Veteran Benefits Administration faces. These policy areas include leadership management, personnel, and information technology. The research will rely on secondary sources to analyze past and current VBA practices, as well as the progress made in the past years. The findings will guide the design of policies to strengthen leadership and management, personnel management, and information technology. The Veterans Benefits Case Study. The compensation service under the VBA is tax-free and paid to disabled veterans as they have gotten injured or ill during their active military service. The pension service aims to financially help veterans and their families. VBA historical perspective. Assisting veterans in the United States dates back to the 17th century when the Pilgrims of Plymouth Colony passed a law committing them to help their soldiers after the war. During the Revolutionary War, the Continental Congress of 1776 enacted a law to help disabled soldiers. In the late 18th century, individual states began implementing programs to offer care and support to veterans. A federal system for assisting veterans was established in 1862 and included pension, health care for veterans and their families. Programs were revamped in 1917 to include compensation, insurance, and vocational rehabilitation for disabled veterans. The expanded system was confusing and tedious to administer, prompting establishment of the VA, which is known as the Veterans Administration. Establishment of the U.S. Department of Veterans Administration. The VBA services include administering VA's programs that provide financial and other forms of assistance to veterans, their dependents, and survivors. Major benefits include veterans compensation, veterans pension, survivors benefits, rehabilitation and employment assistance, education assistance, home loan guarantees, and life insurance. Statement of the problem. Many Army veterans, former service members, and their family members are financially challenged or disabled and therefore unable to continue their military service or get employment after their service in uniform. Billions of dollars are spent every year for the welfare of former service members and veterans. Although inspections are always conducted to ensure efficiency and delivery of benefits to the intended VBA clients, there are still lapses with how the benefits are distributed This was identified by the Office of the Inspector General in 2018. For instance, in 2015, there was a scandal of mismanagement claims and benefits by the VBA, leading which denied many veterans their benefits. This was announced by the CBS newscast in 2015. Hence, there is need for policy-focused research to enhance the capacity of the VBA to protect the welfare of its clients. Did you know the estimated amount of claims paid to veterans was a staggering $107 billion? Some priority areas that we're going to cover in this briefing today is the challenges that the VBA faces and where it stems from. It's leadership and management, personnel, information technology. Research should target strategies that can be pursued to address the problems in the above area of public administration. Leadership and management challenges. VA is the largest federal agency in the United States based on the number of employees. The agency has 400,000 employees with a budget of $18.87 billion. Due to its large number of employees and volume of transactions it handles, the VBA experiences managerial and leadership associated challenges. The organization's operations, as well as its vast resources, lead to managerial complexities and bureaucracies. VBA serves about 20 million Army veterans, former servicemen, and their families both in and out of the United States. Ironically, even with vast resources at its disposal, the VBA has failed to implement corporate governance structures that would weed out such management challenges. Some personnel challenges. According to the Office of the Inspector General, in 2018, many staff members of the VBA have become accustomed with their everyday tasks and roles in the organization that they have resorted to the practice of making do. VBA taps some of the best in the United States workforce and has about 400,000 employees. However, the organization's human resources management strategies have failed to foster professional development among employees. There is a monotony of jobs leading to boredom, laxity, and lack of creativity among employees. Complacency in the workforce has led to non-compliance with established policies that would ensure efficiency in delivery of services. Employees are not proactive in their work. Information technology challenges. There have been numerous cases of insecurity related to information management. VBA relies on information technology resources to store huge volumes of data, as well as manage its operations. However, data security is not fully guaranteed at the VBA. The organization's information technology infrastructure is sometimes unstable and unreliable, and therefore vulnerable to possible data breaches and losses. Information management at VBA remains suboptimal. Key areas of improvement: documenting, distributing, and accessing valuable data. Remedying personnel challenges. VBA suffers from a culture of complexity and fragility, with many employees accustomed to their day-to-day tasks and without expecting changes to change. The culture of just making do can greatly undermine performance levels of the organization because it does not give room for new ideas. However, the culture of complacency makes it impossible to maintain strategic momentum in the organization. Essentially, employees are unable to remain committed to achieve the vision of the organization. Remedying personnel challenges at VBA. Employees should be rotated on a semi-annual basis so that they confront new challenges at the workplace and spark their imaginations to solve them. Whereas by VBA employees, highly qualified candidates, there is a need for a new organization culture to be cultivated. The management should instill a culture of proactivity and creativity in order to inspire a new vision that will catapult the organization's performance levels. The organization should prioritize internal development and training programs to constantly improve the skills of the workforce. VBA could carry out rotation of employees so that they are exposed to new tasks often. Employee rotation will reduce complacency and stimulate creativity and innovation. Remedying personnel challenges, VBA should regularly update the duties and responsibilities in its job descriptions so that employees continually learn new skills. Updating of the employee duties and responsibilities will also ensure the organization remains adaptive to changes in the social, political, and economic environments. VBA should introduce new reward systems so as to reward outstanding employees. A performance-based reward system will motivate employees to be more proactive at work harder, and ultimately attain higher performance levels. Remedying leadership and management challenges. The scandals that have bedeviled VBA in the past, including financial improprieties, stem from weaknesses in leadership and management. Without strong and visionary leadership, an organization is bound to have problems and accountability. Moreover, lack of strong leadership can also promote the culture of laxity and futility in the organization. Essentially, some of the challenges, particularly personnel associated problems at VBA, could be an indicator of weak leadership at the organization. Remedying leadership and management challenges continue. A new team of management will defy the status quo at the VBA. VBA should immediately implement positive organizational changes, including bringing a new management team that will inspire a new vision in the organization. The current management of the organization could be hell-bent on protecting the status quo and may not inspire VBA's strategic vision. Introduction of strong leadership at VBA will be the first step in re-engineering the organization's processes to ensure efficiency and service delivery. Moreover, the new management team should be tasked with the urgent duty of implementing modern corporate governance structures that will foster accountability in financial management. More remedying leadership and management challenges. The culture of proactivity, optimism, and creativity will inject new ideas and ways of doing things in the organization and ultimately improve its performance. The VBA management should adopt a transformational leadership style, which is people-centered. A transformational leadership style will appreciate the central role of the organization's stakeholders in achieving its vision. Moreover, a transitional leadership approach will prioritize employee needs and align them with the overall goals of the organization. A transformative leadership approach will cultivate a positive culture of proactivity, optimism, and creativity. Transformative leadership will promote integrity and accountability. VBA could also invest in a cloud computing technologies, which will improve the security of information stored. Information technology is central to the attainment of any organization's short and long-term goals. The VBA has a robust information technology framework, which it uses to manage its operations and processes. However, there is a need for VBA to ensure that information technologies are secure in order to protect data losses and breaches. Some of the strategies that could be implemented to improve security in information technologies include implementing tougher and more strict system access protocols to limit the organization's network access to authorized individuals. Other remedying information technology challenges are financial audits will foster transparency and accountability. Performance audits will be important in evaluation of the organization's processes and strategies against their set targets. VBA needs to align its processes with its information technology goals. Essentially, VBA should leverage its information technologies to streamline processes, claiming, processing, and giving of benefits to veterans. Use of information technologies for process design and re-engineering at VBA will improve efficiency and service delivery. Furthermore, the organization should invest in cutting-edge technologies that will have the capability to carry out financial and performance audits. Knowledge management technologies will ensure employees better understand the organization processes and therefore better equipped to promote IT security. VBA should also leverage its IT infrastructure for knowledge management. Proper knowledge management will result in the sharing of ideas and information which will speed up service delivery. In addition, knowledge management will allow the early detection of errors, impropriety, or security risks and ensure they are addressed before they jeopardize the organization's processes. VBA should consistently review its IT infrastructure to ensure it remains adaptive to the changing needs of clients and external environments. In conclusion, VBA is the main agency in the United States that supervises the allotment of benefits and services to former servicemen, Army veterans, and their prospective families. VBA grapples with challenges in leadership and management, personnel, and information technology. To solve leadership and management challenges, VBA should hire a new management team, implement modern corporate governance structures, adopt a transformative leadership style, and cultivate a culture of integrity. To overcome personnel problems, VBA should instill a culture of proactivity and creativity, implement performance-based reward systems, implement internal training and development programs. To solve information technology problems, VBA should leverage its IT infrastructure for process re-engineering and improve security of its IT infrastructure and proper knowledge management. And in closing, our VA Veterans Crisis Line is before you. If you see a veteran that's in crisis, please utilize these steps in helping a veteran. That concludes my briefing. Thank you. and have a nice day.